They'll be calling you a radical. I put up 2 videos today. One's for kids, one's not for kids. Now I'm talking about the massive bird death going along the California course of my path, but I want to explain the Obama deal that has been struck in India. It's very important we talk about this. I want to talk about this. The greatest activists in the world, anti-nuclear activists over the last post-Fukushima, have been in India. They're following the playbook of the great activists of Germany, the great activists of Switzerland, the great activists of Finland. Look, these women go out and they line themselves up in the port and they hold hands. India is a democracy. India is one of the only democracies on earth. They have backdoored the democracy. The people are like, no, you're not going to build reactors in here because you guarantee the liability. Now let's remember the great accident that happened in India, which the United States is protecting. India wants those guys in prison and have been convicted in Indian prison. They're sitting in New York City. We are protecting people that have been convicted of mass murder in India. So here's the deal that's been struck. Price-Anderson goes global. You as the American taxpayer are going to fund. I pledge allegiance to the United States of nuclearism, General Electric and Westinghouse. I want people to know that I'm shooting this inside the University of General Electric, in the belly of the beast. Look, this is a fact. Obama was put in the White House by Exelon, the nuclear industry. Not my words, Hillary Clinton's freaking words. But by the way, Hillary Westinghouse Clinton, you heard her last duty as Secretary of State in Czechoslovakia using the word, you know, plutonium, 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 Westinghouse, Westinghouse, Westinghouse. You will build the plutonium wars that are going on in the Ukraine. This is a big, big deal. Look, they would line up and hold hands as the uranium ships would come in from the Queen's puppet down in Australia. By the way, Kylie Fitzwater's doing great work down there. You know, we got it, you know, as anti-nuclear, we got a victory down there too. The indigenous people are standing up. But they won't let them in. That's how they got the traction in Germany. And you think about the great economies of the world. Germany kicked them out. Switzerland kicked them out. Italy kneecapped them. For real, for real. You know, so here in America, so India says no liability. But we have a law called Price-Anderson here, is you as the taxpayer fund all this. This is the biggest cash cow in human history. So they want General Electric and Westinghouse want to move into India. There are people saying, no way. Blocking it. There have been activists shot and killed. Women activists have been shot and killed in India. So he goes over there and he strikes a deal. Oh, and they cap, don't you love how they cap it? Oh, we're going to put more solar. What a lie. He backdoored the people. Now, we know what NDAA, we know all these freaking, you know, as people say, oh, New World Order, it's Old World Order. Right here on this campus, I will quote Edward Abbey. It's as old as Babylon and evil as hell. You know, these guys will co-op and call it New World. It's feudalism. The rules are back. 1914 in your head. You know, that whole gig started right here, by the way, in this, right here. Black hand. So they have backdoored. So you as the American taxpayer are going to fund nuclear reactors being built in India against the Indian people's. Gandhi would roll over Gandhi. Now Obama's got the nerve to go to Gandhi's grave. I mean, it's an outrageous. By the way, he's on his way to King Abdullah, the Saudi, you know, the man responsible for 9/11. And people say, oh, he wasn't responsible. Let's get real. When 9/11 happened, they were all Saudis. Let's see, the royal family. What was oil a barrel? What was oil a barrel then? $12, $13, $14, $15? Went to 160. You know, he's going to the freaking, wow. What a world we live in. So this is outrageous to anti-nuclear activists what happened. They just backdoored the greatest democracy in the world is India. We're not a democracy, we're a republic with a constitution, but the Patriot Act took care of that. Mission accomplished. We have no freaking constitution, so what are we? You know, we're a colony of the Queen's uranium mines, military colony. We have no constitution. We have no due process. We have nothing. Everything done in the Price-Anderson. Wow. So it's moved globally. So you, as the American taxpayer, are going to fund nuclear reactors built by Westinghouse and General Electric, make them billionaires, gazillionaires. It's no coincidence the jobs are, you know, the head of the bomb, General Electric, they're not American companies. They don't pay any taxes here. They don't pay anything. I mean, these are globalists. How do you stop a globalist? Simple. Tariff, you know, but carte blanche, you know, not Kevin Blanche, carte blanche. So, wow, this is a big, horrific deal. This is a major blow to us as anti-nuclear activists. And we have to support the anti-nuclears in India. We have to really get behind them now, because they're not going to sit down and take this. The United States thinks they can go in and backdoor those laws, and they passed it. They passed it and says, no, you're not coming in here, the liability. So Obama struck a deal with them saying, oh, the American taxpayer will, under the Patriot Act, NDAA will back any liability. So what does that mean? The American taxpayer, you're going to build them, you're going to fund them, you're going to insure them to make General Electric Westinghouse more billions. I pledge allegiance to the United States of nuclearism. This is a horrible blow to us. This is one of the worst blows that ever happened to us as anti-nuclear activists. And India is not going to take this. The activists over there, you know, and we need you, and oh, do we need you, Germans, to show the way more, and Swiss to show the way, because you showed the way. You know, 48 nuclear reactors in Japan offline. No rolling blackouts, because they're used for one thing, to make people rich and to point at people and threaten people so they can extort their natural resources. I mean, colonialism, you know, Gandhi's rolling over in his grave. You know, by the way, the protege of Gandhi, Megan Rice, is sitting in a prison cell on Atlantic Avenue. I've been there 3 times, you know. Wow. Stand tuned, we'll talk more about this.